excited because we have with us in the studio right now, Christopher Miyake, and he is the creative director of game development for the Center for Autism and Related Disorders. Welcome to the show, Christopher.
Thank you.
And you are here today to show us a really exciting app that can be used with our children to do what?
To work on objects. And so there are, should I open it now?
Go for it. Let's see it.
So Camp Discovery objects. This is the start, and we have 4 different levels. So there's matching, identicals, similars, sorting, and receptive. And we have a library of 49 objects.
Okay.
And the children can go through and play the different levels. And on this screen, you just go ahead and pick what objects you want to go through, and then you can go through the different levels. So
what we're attempting to do here is make a really exciting way for a child to learn the label for an object.
Yes. You know, traditionally a therapist would deliver this, or and we're trying to do it in a little more exciting way. A lot of kids love technology. So.
I'm already loving the little music. But so, CJ, can you teach me? Can you program it to do something and then teach me as the student? Because we know what it would look like if a therapist were doing it. Can you show me what it would look like if you and I were doing it?
Yeah, so I'll start back at the level screen. And we'll start with the first level.
Okay.
Pick it there, and then you can go through and pick whatever objects you want to work on. So we'll start with...
I like the fish.
Duck. Oh, you want to do fish?
I like
and... computer.
Okay.
Go to play. And it's just going to tell you to...
And so I'm starting with matching.
Yep.
So so it tells me put with same, and I'm going to put it with the same. Now this doesn't seem really difficult, but there's a reason why it shouldn't be difficult in the beginning, right?
Right. So we're going with errorless learning. We want our kids to be successful the whole way through. Whereas a lot of games may want you to struggle.
Right.
And have it feel like you're accomplishing, you know, something by going through, you know, errors. We want the kids to be successful from the start. And
I noticed that there's a time limit on it, that I want to do it before the green bar runs out.
Yes. It is set to about 5 seconds.
Okay.
And we want it to, you know, mirror therapy as much as possible. And so, yeah, the timer and the way we work with the kids and introduce targets. And
now something really important just happened. We've moved away from errorless learning, that it's giving me, now we're doing discriminative training, right? Where I have to put it with the same. I've got a choice of putting it with the fish. If I do, it doesn't, you know, make any horrible noise, but I go backwards, it's gonna make sure that I know what I'm doing. So it really follows along with me at the speed at which I'm learning.
Yes, and it adapts. So if you're, you're making errors, it's okay.
I am making errors. But you know what else I love? I've got a lovely little fanfare noise when I get it right. And I get to see, is this an owl that pokes down at me when I get it right? I love seeing the owl. It makes me want to do it more. Okay, so and this lesson gets progressively harder and harder.
Yeah.
And then it progressed. So, and we were just in step 1 where it's matching, and then eventually we get into other areas besides matching, correct?
Correct. It goes from matching identicals to matching similars to sorting, and then finally receptive.
And as a parent who has gone through this kind of training, can I stop it so that it just, okay. As a parent that's gone through this kind of training with a child, you know, we talk about the fact that every moment is a teaching opportunity. And, you know, so maybe a therapist would come in and start something, but throughout the day, when there were breaks, my husband and I would try to continue working on objects. And if you think about how much more you can maximize your time with a program like this, because then it goes in the car. And when you're driving to get to speech and OT, they're playing the game. It's reinforcing for them, but they're still learning.
Yeah, it's one of the big draws for creating apps, you know, designed for our kids, is that we can maximize all the time we have during the day, especially if they're on the iPad, you know, all day anyways.
They love it. It's reinforcing for them. And we're going to talk more about this, but tell us, Christopher, how can they get this app?
You can download it from the iTunes store. Just search Camp Discovery Objects. And then I think tomorrow, Friday, we are pushing to Android as well.
Okay.
So you can find it on there.
And is there a cost for the app?
The app is free.
The app is free.
And it will be free on Android as well.
And what range of ability would you say that this app is appropriate for?
You know, kids, this is a program, the objects program, and all the levels in there are for kids that are just starting out.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it can be played, you know, any age, but it's primarily targeted to kids who are just starting.
Okay, so for kids who you're really trying to build language skills,